Dear white people, this is my open letter to Amy Cooper, right? Some of you know the young lady in Central Park who, let's just say she tried to do one of her numbers with one of our brothers to get him hurt and killed. Today is Tuesday. It is Tuesday, June the 2nd at 4:14. All right, June 2nd, 4:14, Tuesday. Dear Amy, listen. Let me tell you something, sister. You and my other white people. So you think the park belongs to you. You think this whole world belongs to you. Right? America does not belong to Caucasian white folks or black folks. America is America. It belongs to everybody. When Jesus discovered this earth, right? Matter of fact, when he made it, God. The Bible says, in the beginning, God what? Created the heavens and the earth. First of all, the earth was without void, form and void. Anyway, that means there was nothing on land. It was no black, no white, Hispanic, Japanese, Puerto Rican, wasn't none of that. All right? It was none of that. I'll take it to the Bible. So there was none of that. But when man did come on earth, was Adam and Eve. Bible never described Adam or Eve as Caucasian or black. But Amy, you like many others think that this belongs to you. Right? Bible never described Cain or Abel as black or white. But I will guarantee you that when our four parents and families that were on earth in the beginning, there were black people. And they were not meant to be slaves either, serving the white man, because even the white man had to serve Nebuchadnezzar. So, dear Amy, you thought that you was going to play this card to kill or to hurt one of our brothers in the park. There's a simple sign in the park, Amy, that says, put your dog on a leash. And some parks, not only you put your dog on a leash, some parks only allow you to have so many animals in the park. They would tell you to clean your dog poop too, right? I didn't see a bag in your hand or a scooper, so in case your dog poop in the yard. So, Amy, during this pandemic, you didn't have nothing else to do but to call 911 on a black man. Right? Had there been a white man, you wouldn't have called. If he had just told you the same thing, put the dog on leash, what you gonna do? You gonna put your dog on leash, or you gonna cuss him out and tell him to mind his damn business? I'm glad that my brother videotaped that, right, Amy? Because see, you was dumb because you, my sister, right, Amy? You was dumb because he was recording you while you was all up in his face. See, this is how women get their ass beat down. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. You don't be up in a man's face like that. So suppose he had not been a black man, and he had been a white man, or you was in a relationship with a man, and you was all up in his face like that. Every man's not going to take you up in his face, okay? So you should have thought about that. That's number one. What if that man had a strike? But he recorded you. And because you was up in his face and then you backed up, and after you backed up, then you choking your dog. You orchestrated it. Grabbing your dog, choking your dog. You had the leash in your hand. All that man told you to do was put a leash on your dog. But you had all the equipment. So, in other words, you was telling him, fuck yourself, right? That's what you backed me was telling him. In so many words. Then you start to go into your little mode, because he was not going to stop recording, that you were going to call the police. This is where you messed up at. You told him, say if that had been me, you told me that you was going to call the police, and you was going to call the police and tell them exactly what you said. I'm going to tell them that is an African-American human being out here. So you messed yourself up. That's how you lost your job. Because you told on your own self. Right? I mean popcorn, y'all. Amy, you should have kept your mouth shut. First, you should have walked up to that man's face. You should have just let him say what he had to say and walk off. Now, if he had approached you again, then it's a different story. But he didn't. So he recorded you. Then you tell the police, you get on your phone, you're choking your dog, and you're playing a little crocodile tears. You weren't even crying. Right? That's what most of y'all white women do. But see, what I don't understand, open up to my people, is this. If that had been Jay-Z, if that had been Shakara Moore, if that had been somebody like Mr. T, I'm just using an example. If that had been Usher or some other African-American football player or a celebrity basketball player walking through the park, you wouldn't been walking up their face like that. Oh, I'll tell you what y'all little skinny white folks would have done. You would have been taking off your underwears like you do at a concert. You would have been all up onto him, touching him and rubbing him, telling him things you think he would want to hear. Or unless you have an agenda to trap him and say that he raped you. But that was all about money. But since this nigga was poor, I'm not calling him poor, right? To you, you thought he was just a poor man, so you can just do anything to him. But because he don't have billions of dollars. But if he had billions of dollars, you would have been all up on him, and there wouldn't have been no problem. You would have had your dog on a leash. No, Amy, you could have saved your apology. You waited until the police came. What you thought was going to do? They were going to beat him down. You want to see him get beat down. You want to see him get all hurt up. Let me tell you something. When the lady who lied on Emmett Till, all right? See, God comes back in mysterious ways. When she lied on Emmett Till and had her husband and all these guys go out there and kill this innocent black man, it was years later. God dealt with her in the most ways he could. He dealt with her husband. He dealt with her sons. See, I'm taking y'all back into Bible time because I want my black brothers and sisters to stand their ground. I'm praying for the victims. See, when Jacob thought he was doing what he did with Esau because just for a simple birthright, just like you think because you're Caucasian, you got privilege because of the color of your skin. But your privilege lost your job. Your privilege costs you. When you do stupid things, you get stupid prizes. Yeah, right. So, what happened with her? Lost her sons, lost her husband. And then God dealt with her personally on her conscience because she realized she couldn't make no more children and she couldn't do nothing. She's old now. Who gonna do for her now? And she finally told the truth that man didn't do nothing to her, but it was too late now. 20-some years, he's been dead and gone. Oh, it's too late. You hurt another family for a lie. But the result, what you meant for his bad, God dealt with you. So Amy is the same thing. What you thought you were doing to that black man, and you were going to have him get hurt. Luckily, he had a video camera, and the cops saw the whole thing. Not only did they saw that, they even watched you with your dog, so they took your dog out of your hand. See, you thought you were going to get paid your dog was going to get all the pedigree and all the I ams or whatever, and y'all was going to live happy ever after. Y'all do stupid things, Amy. So you could have kept your apology. Or you just woke up to sunlight. You just realized that you need to put your dog on leash. You didn't just realize that. The signs all over the place. You weren't dumb. You see, the same way with this protesting, with this young man. I am for the fact that you start out right if you have it in your heart that you care about the depth of this young man. Because that's somebody's son, somebody's grandson, somebody's brother, somebody's father, right? But see, you all don't care about that. Just like Amy, you didn't care about brother. That was some child's father that you was going to kill him, get him taken away from his family, right? How can you sit at the table at night eating your steak and your baked potato and go and kiss your little child up? You had one, and you killed some little child's father. How can you do that? This go for my white people. When you do that to us, right? It go for everybody. How can you do that? I mean, popcorn. How can you do that, Amy? You just kept your apology. Your apology came after you found out the fact that your cops were not going to do anything. Then you sorry. Sorry can't bring back the damages that you did to that man and his family. It's too late. Then on top of that, you want to say that you was getting death threats. Let me tell you something. You weren't getting no death threats. I'm going to tell you what really happened. You doing just like they did before, several news before. Young man lied, telling people beat him up, giving him death threats, and he was making his own death threats. So you took construction paper, you took some crayons and some stencil pencils and some glue, and you started cutting things out of a newspaper to make it look like you was getting death threats so they can still feel sorry for you. So now, first you tell this black man did something, now all of a sudden you get death threat. Who you getting death threat from? Negroes? Or you getting death threat from your own people? Yeah, that's what we want to know. Where did death threats come from now? First it was this old black man in the park. Now you getting death threats from whom? What lie you want to tell now? Amy, that's why you keep your apology to yourself. Now for you, some of you all in these protesting, right? If you really for us, and you know about black history, and you really know about marching, you should have just started out by just protesting for marching for the people and for this young man's life, and think about your life. If you wanted to do something, you could have went to the state house. You could have went to the governor's house, right? You could have addressed the mayor, your governor, your police department, that stuff. But messing with these stores, no. See, now you mess your own stuff up. It's the same thing. Jacob did the same thing to his brother. And then when Jacob got older and became needy, then what happened? His own son, remember Joseph, right? Oh, yeah. Right? The thing that he loved it the most got taken away from him because he felt he loved it, Joseph, right? Joseph wasn't dead. But they told Joseph that they killed him because they took Joseph's coat and dipped in some goat blood to fool their daddy. Because his daddy was older age now. He got a little mental problem, right? Or dementia. So he don't know no better. Same thing I'm trying to tell you, Amy, and the rest of y'all. God comes back when he want to come back. It may not come back to you. It could come back to somebody you love. What you did to that young man, like I said, it could have been his daughter. He could have had a daughter or son or somebody. Or he was somebody's son. How would you feel now? If you got kids, Amy, and now you lost your job and you can't feed your kids during this pandemic. Or you might get another job, but you may not get what you had in the beginning. Now you got to start all over because you hurt another man. And some of you going out there and you're protesting, y'all say y'all for us and all of that. Some of you are really real and genuine. But then you got the ones that's going in here breaking down, tearing up these stores, JCPenney's, Marshalls, CVS. You know, a lot of them stores not coming back now. What you going to do? Because during this pandemic, quarantine, they were getting used to what being on lockdown and trying to get this stuff together and doing the cleaning and all of that, sterilizing in place so they can really get back together and they're struggling, trying to get funding for their bill. Now you messed it up. They can't get nothing. And now you're going to be crying to the president, right, that you need. Why are you crying to him and telling him you need something? I don't blame him if Trump said no. I don't blame him. You know why? Because you tore it up. But you want to blame it on the black man and say it's black people stealing. No, we see it clearly that it is you all tearing up these stores, tearing up the places that we need, the grocery store, the medical supply store. Some of us have loved ones that we got to buy chugs and diapers and different things. And the reason why there's no PPE, PPC, and ventilators, you tearing that all up. So now nothing can be shipped to us. And they're going to make it seem like it's black people. But most of you all doing it protesting 3 and 4 days. I can see 1 or 2 days. But you make a statement to your governor. And you let your governor know what you need, what you stand in need of. You see? Haman in the Bible, if you look at it in Esther, the book of Esther, he had no problem telling the king what he wanted. Oh, no. And his wife told him, why don't you set up a gallows to hang up all the Jews and their families? And when Haman, when the king found out what Haman really wanted, because his agenda was to kill the king, right? So he could get that position. When he found out what was really going on, because Mordecai, being that you think us black folks, let's say Mordecai was us. We ain't nobody, right? We still sound, we ain't nobody. And because of a black man stood up, or a black woman stood up, let's say Mordecai was a black man, he stood up and told that king that his own people was going to hurt him. Because he's going to make it look like Mordecai did it. Because he wanted the king's position. So what happened? What was the result? When the king found out what was going on, and Esther started talking to him, what did the king say? Why don't you set a gallows for Haman and all his family? See, that's why you got to be careful. So my prayers to my victims. Honey, don't worry. Because see, our time is coming. What's been happening in our history for 300-400 years ago, seeing white women, get away with things, right? Black women hanged up on a tree and being beaten like little kids with whips, with a rope. You all need to feel what that's like. Racism is not born. Racism is taught. Racism is taught. You taught to hate. Jogging while black, riding while black, talking while black. The little girl was selling water. You called the police. What were you going to do? Kill a little black girl? Because she was selling water? And then you lied. This young lady lied and said her kids was up there sleeping. That child and woman had no kids. Because if you really care about your kids being asleep and need attention, you should have been in the house with your kid. That's why some of y'all get your CPS come and take your kids away from you. And then you go on live, make it up feel sorry for you. So why should we? You're so hatred toward black people that, and the fact was that you can't stand it, that you have problems of your own. And I'm saying this for just not just for Caucasian, but our own black people too. You can't stand for a person to become a little more than you, a little successful than you. And instead of, let me tell you something. If I know somebody got something a little more than me, I'm going to praise them. I'm thanking God for them. You know why? Because that's who I need to get connected with. that gonna help me. Not try to tear them down, boot them up to help them so they can help me. You never know who might you need that's gonna get you to that promised land. Now you done messed it up. So amen. And right on. Keep on trucking. And stop lying talking about you getting death threats. And if you're getting death threats, let me tell you what's happening. People not giving you death threats and trying to say they're going to kill you because what you did that black man. That's a lie. But if you are getting some of that, it's because of what you done. You making it bad for other Caucasian friends that care about that black man, or people that work with him, or just white people in general that does not have a heart like you have. They're not envious, because love is not envious, and it's not hatred, it's not boast. So if you really sorry, your first apology should have been toward God first, then to that man. That's where you need your apology. Don't wait until something happens. Let me tell y'all something. I'm making it very plain and clear with you all, because I've said it in my last video. When you go into these nursing facilities and these residential centers, right? How many CNAs do you see on there? How many healthcare givers do you see? No. Better question is, check out their color of skin. Since we so bad to you. Because it's us taking care of you. It's us washing your behind. It's us cleaning your poop, changing your pull-up, changing your pad. Right? It's us. But we evil. And your own people don't want to do it. 9 times out of 10, us as black folks, we take care of our loved one at home. And if the problem get a little too heavy for us, then we send them the loved one to another home or physical therapy or whatever they need. But even when we there, it's our color there. Y'all feel me? So Amy, the rest of you, stop talking about you hate black people. You don't hate them stars. You don't hate Usher and Michael Jackson, none of them. You don't hate them football players when you're throwing your underwear up there in their face. So you really don't hate us. You just in fear about some material things that you got that you think that you own and we can't get it. But I'm here to tell you, what we don't get, these foreign countries coming in and take it. Like them people in Asia and China or whatever, they got more education than America do. And that's sad. So, I just want to leave that with y'all. To my black brothers and sisters, hold your head up. Hold on to God's changing hand. There's going to be a time coming for us. I may not be the best looking woman. I ain't going to try to be. I may not be the best speaker. I ain't going to try to be. I'm going to try to speak what's true and light. Right? Do what you've been doing and don't have to do nothing else. If God is pleased with you, then that's all right, because he said he will wipe your tears. You don't have to owe nobody nothing. All right? And my Caucasian family, because like I said, I don't hate none of y'all because all my doctors are Caucasian. All my professors are Caucasian. Right? And I can give it to the highest. There was one lady who really helped me at the end of when I had wrote my paper. And she was Caucasian. And I thank her to the highest. I bless her and her family. But what I'm saying, you evil ones are out there making it bad for the ones that are doing good. And making us hate them. We don't hate them. What I'm just saying, you make it up feel like we don't trust nobody. So, I suggest, Amy, and other Amy's like her, before you approach a black man, and before you think about doing, think first, right? Because actually, you got a lot to lose. They may lose their life, but you got a lot to lose while you living. Because like I said, how many of us that you see in these brothers and sisters taking care of you all? And how many of your own people? You think about that. So I love all of y'all. And I want you all to get along. And I want you all to stop this protesting, right? Which means that you're going to stand for something right. Don't be destroying these people's places, like their homes or these cars, because people work hard for those things. Don't be trying to destroy these buildings because you need them. See, a lot of you want these $200 and $300 worth of these Stars, Nikes, and Pumas and Adidas sneakers. Now you can't get them because they done burn them all up. Oh, now that you breaking them and you steal them. Now, when you steal them, explain something to you. And I want to tell y'all this. Imagine your man bring home, they break into the jewelry store and they bring home some jewelry to trying to keep you, right? Right? And he brings this big rock to your house. But he stole it, but you don't know that. Right? I want y'all women to think. During the protests is a time that they can go and do what they want to do. And they want to say black people do it. See, we know that some of us have the money we can afford and some of us don't have the money. But when you go and breaking this stuff and then you're trying to use that as a way to keep your wife or your husband, honey, if they're going to be there, they're going to be there. You don't need things to try to keep a man. You don't have to do nothing to keep a woman or to run behind a woman or a man. All right? Because if God ordained that relationship, nothing should come between them. Right? So you imagine them going in this jewelry store and all before on this little job, they couldn't buy, diamond ring or big old rock or necklace or get you some earring. All before they couldn't buy it to you when you've been asking about, why all of a sudden now? Why all of a sudden now? And then if the cop stopped them, right? You know, I got some racist white cop that let you go by with it, but you be telling them a lie that you paid for and you have no receipt. Had it been a black man did something like that, they would ask him where he got it from, show some receipt. See, you got to think. And you lied to your woman. Baby, I love you. I bought this for you. You ain't bought shit. You stole it. That owner who worked hard to build that business, that could have been making some money to make a better life for your community, for you. And then just like when you wouldn't want nobody to steal your stuff. Y'all got to think. Think about when you all burnt Target down in Minnesota and a drugstore. Your loved one tells you, I need my heart medicine. They can't go get it now. You don't kill them. Because you know why? They need their heart medicine. They need that water pill if they have to get a water because they got to get that fluid out of them. They can't get it now because you don't burn it up. You should have marched in peace and leave everything in peace. Then, once you find out the judgment for these police officers, and don't worry, their time coming. If the judge don't sentence them, they got a sentence coming. Especially the one that killed that black man. You saw, and what makes it so bad, you all saw evil right before your eyes. A black man being killed in the hands of an evil man, right? That's why I don't understand. It doesn't matter if he's white or black, right? Because suppose he had been a white woman, still the same thing. It doesn't matter. The fact still remains. You have all witnessed what evil was and what it means to do wrong. But then you all go out there and destroy your town. Now your town's going to be called an emergency at risk. Your kids going to be scared to go to school because they're going to be traumatized. I'm talking about these little elementary kids going from pre-K K0 all the way up to like 5th and 6th grade. You done traumatized them. And government ain't gonna send no funding to your community because now you want to complain and march about we ain't got no funding. You know why? Oh, we don't have no funding. Our schools need them. Now, whether you make it even harder for some of the teachers on a little salary, they got to go and buy their supplies when they could have money from the state that will buy the supplies that they need for their classroom. But see, you messed that up. So, people, I just want to tell y'all that. Keep your apology to yourself, Amy. It would have been better had you had apologized after you went up to his face and said, you know what, I messed up. I'm sorry, sir. I'll put Alicia on my dog, or, we'll walk up and let him go. But then the minute you tell him on that video that you're gonna do something to him and you're gonna call the police and you're gonna tell him an African American man, you already gave him direction what you was gonna do. They have to say you let your left hand know what your right hand doing. You already did that. You spewed it out. You told him you were going to do that. So that's what made you messed up, because your job heard what you said you was going to do. And they don't play that. Now, to get your job back, you're going to have a relationship with God first. Not with your boss, with God. Because Jesus can fix all things. So, y'all, I'm drinking cranberry juice. I'm not drinking wine, okay? Ocean spray cranberry juice, which is good for the kidneys. My black brothers and sisters, hold your head up. Start thinking about this pandemic right now. Keep your mind focused. Don't let this stuff take your mind off of what's going on. You got 3 months on the summer. You can be preparing your kids, a few hours a day, helping your kids getting their learning and their lesson and everything they need, teaching them Black history, take them to the stores and buying them books instead of toys, getting them prepared, helping them save the money, get them computers and different things. So in case if they have to do it virtually during the fall, or if they have to have laptops or computers in school, you're already prepared. That's what you all could be doing, and preparing yourself for whatever's getting ready to come. All right. So I know it's hard. But God's gonna make a change. God never told us that blacks and whites were better than blacks and blacks were better than white. He never said that. You find me that in the Bible. Y'all send it to my email, DLaSalle43@outlook.com. And do not send me no hate mail. Do not send me no sex mail. Do not send me none of that. Just send me an email where it says in the Bible that God said that, this world belongs to white folks. Even in Revelation, do not teach you that. Again, Amy, keep your apology. And all the other crew that's going on with her, like driving while black, riding while black, walking while black, talking while black, all the other stuff that you all been doing, keep your apology. And keep them crocodile tears. Right? Pray before you do it. And like I say, Amy, you got to pray, talk to the Lord before you get your job back. They may take you back, but you got to talk to God. And everything ain't going to be peachy and creamy like you used to be when you get your job back. It's not going to be like that no more. And like I say, my black people, hold on. Hold on to God to change your hand. I'm praying for all of y'all. We're going to pray for George Floyd family and hoping that justice will be served. We don't need no money to pay the family off. I mean, money will come good and handy, but we don't want, that's not what the issue. The issue is for justice. And we need justice for the first time in years. We need justice. So I love y'all. Peace.